All right, so we have 3 children in the home right now. The oldest is 6 years old. Her name is Aria. And then after that, we have Kahleel Jr., who is 2. And then we have Esther, that is 1.
So sweet. And we have one with Jesus, another girl, Selah. So I have Medicaid, and my caseworker suggested that I reach out to a resource center, a pregnancy resource center, and she gave me a list of them. And then I reached out to one of them, and then they told me about y'all because y'all were on the list, and now you are on the list. So that's how I found out about y'all. And I remember calling, and y'all were so sweet. And I met with Danielle, and she was just so warm and welcoming, and I just felt at home already, like instantly.
It's been a huge encouragement, just by me hearing the stories from my wife and her talking about the encouragement and the prayers that she's gotten. Also, when we found out that my wife was pregnant with KJ, Esther, Selah, in all of those circumstances, I had people come to, hey man, are you sure this is a good idea? You know, babies are expensive. You know, you got to buy wipes and diapers. Can you afford that? And it was very sad to hear that, because it's like, well, you sound just like Planned Parenthood in the way that you're talking about our child. You know, coming from a family that had a close relationship with Planned Parenthood, that didn't sit well with me. And I always trusted that God is a provider. That's what the Bible says. That's what I believe. And God has provided. Now, the amount of diapers and wipes that we've gotten from Bartow Family Resources has been such a huge help. And it's vastly cut down on the amount that we would have to buy. Huge burden off of us so that we can invest that in somewhere else. Now we could, have more comfortable budget for food, for the electricity, the water, the rent. But it's all the Lord providing, just like the Bible says that He will.
It's even more beyond what I was expecting, really. I was expecting, like, okay, mom support, but the educational videos are so helpful. Like the postpartum videos especially, I'm like, wow, because postpartum can be very challenging. And like the pregnancy, different stages, I loved that. And I just think it's amazing. Like every baby is just such a gift and a miracle and a blessing from God, and just learning about that too. And then just people listening and just having someone to talk to about how I'm doing.
I didn't go to Bartow Family Resources every time Katie did. However, I went to try to go to as many events as I could. Everyone there was so welcoming, and they've even been, encouraging me, like, hey, there's a place here for you as well. Because a lot of times you hear places like, hey, we're going to help the women, and, the man doesn't matter. But Bartow Family Resources hasn't done that. Bartow Family Resources Medical Center. And the biggest thing for me has been how welcome they are for our children. Because a lot of times you go in a place and like, oh, your kids touching this or touching that. We're in there to celebrate the new life that God has given us, and it's just wonderful that our children were treated with dignity. And not only that is, even the one in the womb, everyone talking about our baby like the person that our baby is, made in the image of God.
Yes, they were so welcoming, and I felt instantly comfortable, because at the doctor's office setting, usually that's not like my favorite, but it felt so different than that. And I came in and I was like, can we confirm this? And it was positive, and they were just so rejoicing, and like it was so sweet. And they were answering any questions I had about pregnancy, especially early on pregnancy, and then they had me come back 2 weeks later, and I got to see my baby and hear the heartbeat, or not hear it, but see the heartbeat. And that was so amazing. And of course, they're in awe, and they're like, wow, like this is a little life. When I went to my regular OB, and like a week later, for my first ultrasound with them, there was no longer a heartbeat anymore. So we called BFR, and I was like, I just came from my OB, and baby no longer has a heartbeat. Can you check? Can you just double check? And they were like, oh, we haven't had this situation before, but of course, come in. Like, of course we will check. That last ultrasound, they gave me the sonogram, and with it, it said, I had a note. I didn't open it till I got home. I had a note, and it said, see you in heaven, mommy. And then it had a little angel, like, keychain with it. And I just thought that was so thoughtful, and like, they walk with you no matter how you're feeling. Like, they'll weep with you when you weep, and they'll grieve with you when you grieve, and they'll laugh with you when you laugh. And they're just like, they're listening, and they're there, and it's God-given. Like, God is using you. God is using y'all in such a powerful way. And all the donors and all the people, like, behind the scenes working all these things out so that this can happen for us and happen for others, it's like, thank you
To all the people who are making the work here possible. You are such a blessing. No matter if you're volunteering, you're giving money, giving diapers, or giving wipes, anything that you're doing is such a huge help. Even if you think something like, does this, maybe this, if this means anything to anybody, it does. Every little thing means something.